A very warm welcome to you. My name is Martha Inyuma, and today we had an amazing content set out for you. I have the privilege of hosting our one and only Alfred Maina, our head of IT here in Tsavo. You want to say something?
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be back here.
Yeah. And so today we are talking about technology and really just the role of technology in real estate and in the construction industry. We are lucky to be in that industry. If you're new here, Tsavo has been in existence for about 9 years now. And of course, in the construction industry, we've done about 20 projects. We've seen what technology has done for us as a company and of course, just the business industry and the real estate industry. So briefly, just take us through what is the role of technology in construction and particularly in real estate?
Yeah, sure. Technology as a solution, not unless you're within the technological industry, that is not going to be a solution that you're offering to your customers.
Yes.
And so in our particular line of business, which is within real estate, it is only going to help be an enabler or an accelerator of whatever you're trying to achieve. And so for that particular, with that particular perspective, one of the bigger roles that it helps do is to streamline your processes. I think every business has its own processes.
Yes.
And of course, from the very beginning, wherever your engagement with your customers, we're internal processes within. The technology helps streamline that particular, all those particular processes that you may have. One other role that you may have in that space is to help improve efficiency.
Yes.
You do not want a scenario where you have wastage of resources, whether it's in terms of, production or whether it's in terms of, employees or labor. Technology plays a major role in that particular aspect. One other role that I think of is within customer engagement.
Yes.
Yeah. Every business has their own customer, and particularly in our own real estate investment industry, you'll have your residents and you'll have your investors. So it helps you get closer to your customer and get feedback even much quicker.
Yes.
So those are the three roles I think I will think about that technology helps within this particular space.
Yeah. So now, Alfred, you've painted for us a picture of what technology can do, or rather the role of technology in real estate and construction. It would be just nice, of course, I'm curious to just know what types of technology can we employ in construction and of course the development space?
Yeah, for sure. Looking at a life cycle of construction, from the very beginning of the ideation of a building,
yes,
you definitely want to say, to employ technology that is helps you ideate a building and help you visualize what it will eventually look in a couple of years or when construction ends. So you want to invest in proper modeling or designing systems and technologies within that space. These are things that architects are able to use to help you visualize and see what does the end look like.
Yes.
Once you start construction, you want to be able to cover your costs. You need to be able to stick to timelines and ensure quality at the end of it all. So what do? You need to have proper project management technology within that space that helps you to check those key areas within the project management phase, and ideally even construction management. And what about once it's done? Ideally, once you start, if in the business of managing properties in that space, you want a scenario, or you want to employ technology that helps you in managing your residents, from the onboarding to the experience to the offboarding. Once they choose to eventually leave, you also want to employ technology that helps you in managing that particular property, the facilities that are within that property. So how else than using technology? In the real estate space, no business runs without finance.
Yes.
Whether it's within receiving, money in or revenue in, whether it's within, the supply chain side, or whether it's within
payments.
Payments, exactly.
Yes.
So you need to have proper, robust finance systems that you're able to employ, to help you as you scale, to help you as you grow, to help you as you increase your numbers. And in the world that we are in 2024, you've definitely heard about smart technologies and IoT, Internet of Things.
Yes.
So these are, particular technologies that you can help ensure that your building is sustainable and, will be able to last and stand the test of time. So whether it's within, smart meters, whether it's electricity or water, whether it's within smart locks, whether it's even the surveillance system that you're using, you do not want, just having guards, that are, or the only source of security within your particular building. You also want to control, the access within that particular building.
Yes.
So smart technology and, all these are types of technology that you can be able to employ or to embrace within
Yes.
that whole life cycle, and with the goal of it to be, just ensuring productivity of the people that are within that, whether it's your customers or your company's employees,
Yeah.
whether another goal being to just ensure you save your costs, as you're
Yes,
saying.
yes, for sure.
Yes, and also sustainability of those particular buildings. So tech is a solution in this particular space, and you really have to embrace on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think very many people, of course, want to employ tech, but there are certain challenges that come with it. Of course, even as you've stated, that we are in a space where we are not actually offering tech as a solution to our customers, but rather as an accelerator. Yes. So for us, especially people in the development space, what are the challenges that we might face while employing these technologies, considering that this is not our main product that we're offering to the market, yet it's an accelerator that will enable us to be able to offer maximum profit for our customers in the market?
Sure. And to visualize or to think about the challenges that are within this space, you also first need to think, how do your particular stakeholders, visualize or use tech?
Yes.
How do you connect with them? Business is an island.
Yes.
Other than just your customers, who are very important. You'll have your other, let's say your vendors. You'll have lawyers that you're dealing with. You'll have even the government.
Yes.
So how do you even employ tech? And I think
Yes.
from there we can be able to pinpoint where the challenges are. So looking at it from that particular aspect, you have your vendors, and definitely you as you scale, as you grow, and particularly us as Tsavo, as you're saying, in 9 years of existence, you want a scenario, or you want to have processes or systems where you're able to collaborate with them. These are
Yes.
people who are delivering materials to your site. You want them to deliver at particular times. You want to ensure their payments are prompt, and that whatever is delivered at site is what is paid for.
Yes,
This is investors' money. This is not
Yes.
Tsavo's money.
Yes, yes,
So this is in scenarios around vendor collaboration. The technologies that you can employ around that space. So. And over and above that, you still have your own procurement system that that is going to help you within that particular space. If you look at, let's say, for example, the government,
Yes.
systems that help you with land acquisition, systems that help you with the approval processes, that you need to get all the particular approvals, whether it's with NEMA, whether it's with the National Construction Authority. All these are, bodies within the government that you need to ensure approvals are set right. And how else better than employing technology?
Yes.
Going to our customers, who are our dear investors.
Yes.
These are areas that you can employ technology with. First is with their engagement to them. Yeah, how they're able to, find out more about particularly, let's pick a point and say, here at Tsavo, for
Yes,
example.
yes.
At the very onset, it is during the onboarding process.
Yes.
Yes. When a customer is booking or investor is booking for a unit, these are systems that you really want to ensure that, first of all, they visualize. You remember the modeling system that you're talking about?
Yes.
They visualize what the project is, considering our business is also on the off plan.
Yes,
They're
yes,
able to
yes.
visualize what their unit will look like. And once they have identified it, they want them to have a proper seamless booking process
Yes.
to ensure that they're able to arrange their finances and pay their first installments, considering that we don't do deposits. Ours is on pure
Zero deposit.
zero
Yes,
deposits.
yes, yes.
So by the time they arrange their finances and all that is there, and the agreements are there on time, you need to ensure that that booking process is seamless. Looking at it as they continue with with their financial independence journey, there's a scenario where they are all continuously paying installments. Yeah. So whether it's sending of statements or invoices or receipts after their payments, these processes need to be very well streamlined.
Yes.
And that means you need to have your proper finance systems.
Yes.
To help ensure that space. And for us particularly in Tsavo also, looking at it from the confidence that these people have with us, it's because they're able to see the project as it goes. So
Yes.
every week, every Saturday morning, all the investors, I'm sure, get site updates
Yes.
within
Actually,
this
at 10
particular
a.m.
space.
if you've
Yes,
invested.
Saturday morning.
Yes.
Yes, and these are systems that help us, within that space, to help you see whether you're abroad, whether wherever you may be within this globe, that you're able to see your particular unit coming up, in whatever projects that you have purchased in. So looking at all that, of course, there are challenges that may face. For example, for us, as you said, it's 20 projects and counting.
Yes.
It's 4,000 investors and counting.
Yes.
It is 2,500 residents and counting.
Yes.
So these are the problems that still come with growth. That as you said, using the roles that we said, that we preempted earlier, that helps you, streamline and better serve your customers as if there were just a few.
Yes.
So it's problems that come, with the growth, and I'm sure we'll elaborate on them a bit further.
Yes. So even before we dive into the problems and challenges that, of course, an organization or the real estate industry may face while employing technology, it would be really nice to just hear a deeper analysis of how Tsavo has been able to employ technology. Of course, you have recognized just our growth over the years. As I had mentioned earlier, and if you're just joining, of course, we've been in existence for about 9 years, and 9 years comes with a lot of growth. 9 years comes with a lot of challenges. 9 years comes with a lot of expectations from even our customers. And so it would be really nice to just hear, aside from even how we've sort of streamlined our booking process, what are the other spaces that we have employed technology here in Tsavo?
Yeah, for sure. For those who may not know, our business is around designing, it's around selling, construction, and managing. Yes. So looking at it in those 4 different spaces of that life cycle, from the very beginning, we have employed proper modeling systems. I don't think there's any investor who has ever purchased a unit off plan and at the end of it all come and saying that this is not what I had bought, this is what I had in mind. That we're able to ensure that architectural design is what is going to be ideated by the engineers that we contract, by the project managers that we have at site. So in the modeling phase, in the land acquisition phase, also to speak about it, that these are places that we've employed technology to help us keep track and ensure that the projects that we are bringing into the market are going to help investors achieve their financial independence. Going now to the sales process. Of course, you'd want a scenario where even before if you're not yet sold even to our purpose, you are engaging with our fire partners, like you. How do you do it? It's through, proper channels of communication, be it emails, be it phones, be it phone calls. So these are technologies that we've been able to employ to ensure that at any one moment that you have any query, you're able to reach us, to reach your fire partner, or to reach to any fire partner to help answer your query. And what happens once you're able to to decide on starting that financial independence journey, it is you've decided a particular unit. You don't want a scenario where you're booking a unit and and saying that I can bring my money in 1 or 2 days, and by the second day the unit is sold. You don't want such a scenario. So we've employed proper booking systems to ensure that your reservation period is safe, and by the time you're getting your first installment for payment, that you're able to help to book that unit, and that will be the start of your journey. Also the contractual phase, of course, we to just ensure that whatever engagement that we have with you is legitimate. It's about us having contractual agreements, with our lawyers, with us and with your lawyers. So how do we go about it? We're at a phase where we're transitioning to ensure that wherever you may be in this world, you do not need to be here for you to sign these particular documents, but you can sign from wherever, and you can agree, and to help you know that this is what we've promised you and this is what you're going to deliver come the end of construction. Once you've started off, still within that sales process, as we said, ours is about, we have a zero deposit plan. So where all you have to do is pay installments. So after you've done your first installments and the contract assigned, so you have now your monthly installments that you're paying up. So once you paid up, you really want to ensure that is my money safe and
Yes.
is my investment safe.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's us sending you, monthly statements or statements whenever you request for them
Yes.
that help ensure from the very first money that I put within Tsavo, I can see how
How
it's
has
coming.
Yes,
And once you're able to pay, you're getting your receipts, and you get also monthly reminders, whether it's invoices or just text or emails that help you remember that this is a journey that we are on. It's not a sprint; it's a
Yes.
marathon
Yes.
that we do have. Coming now to the construction phase, we've been able to employ a bit of technology in that space.
Yeah.
We do not want the macroeconomics, side of things
Yes.
to derail us. I don't think at any one point we've ever gone back to investors, tell them, hey, let's add a bit of money here to help us,
Yes.
finish construction,
Yes.
or we were not able to track our project. It's going to take one more year.
Yes.
So we've been able to ensure that we have proper project management systems within that space. We have been able to employ proper cost and budget tracking systems. That whatever we budgeted for building, we're not going to have any overruns within that space.
Yes.
We're able to track and say, hey, this holiday that came that was not planned for.
Yes.
We can track and say the tasks for this day are going to be covered at this particular day, just to ensure if it is 24 months, it is 24 months. If it is
Yes.
30 months, it is 30 months. Something that we've been able to do to help, try and reduce the cost of construction
Yes.
within this space is Tsavo Genesis, which is a construction, or rather, it's a concrete construction company that we have to help ensure that some of the things we have to outsource from other vendors, we're able to manufacture these things ourselves. This helps, in reducing that the cost of construction within that particular space, and now going towards the last phase of our business, which is the property management side. As we said, there are two phases in this, in this space. It is around how to manage, a resident stay from the moment they're onboarded. So the marketing systems that we've been able to employ that help people know about Tsavo, even when they've never seen it, they've never seen any building. They've had very robust marketing systems around that space. And once a resident is also invested in or interested with staying or residing within a Tsavo unit, it's the same process that you'd want seamless. That whatever they see online and whatever they see on the ground is the
It's the
same.
same. Yes,
And
yes.
we've had scenarios of people paying way in advance without seeing a unit, and
Yes.
there's no disappointment because whatever we showed them, is what it really is.
Yes.
And once they come in, if we're looking at the onboarding, of course, there is the whole, paying for rent. You have these utilities that you're paying for. You need to
Yes.
ensure that someone is able to track their financials around that space.
Yes.
Around that space, and if you have any query, with the property management team, whether it's an issue with, a facility that is within your space or financial query that you may have, we've employed or onboarded proper systems that are helpful in us engaging you back or getting feedback to you, getting you responses,
Yes.
and also helping quickly resolve the issues that you may have.
Yes.
All the way up to offboarding processes.
Yes.
And we're hoping that it's someone leaving the unit to go live in another unit that is within
Yes.
another side of Nairobi. These are systems that we've been able to help employ to ensure that that whole life cycle of a resident is proper.
Yeah.
Last but not least is in the facilities management.
Yes.
As you said, we've employed technology in our buildings to help ensure that these buildings are sustainable,
Yes.
that eventually the residents or the investors, that their financial journey is not curtailed at any one point.
Yes, yes.
So how do we go about it? These are the technologies that we've employed within these buildings.
Uh-huh.
You'll have your smart water meters, you'll have your smart electricity meters. It's smart surveillance systems. It is
Yes.
smart access control systems.
yes.
You'll even have your lifts. You'll have all these are technologies that we've ensured we've helped deploy to just ensure that the building is sustainable, both for the resident and the investor. So if
Yeah.
looking at that life cycle, we really have made a change in that space.
In that space, yeah. Thank you so much. Just to also even give a bit of a recap, as he has said, our business model is end-to-end. So meaning we get data for location, we design, we sell, we build, and we manage. And that's a big chunk. When you're looking at the scope of work, that's really, really huge. Of course, it's something that we have chosen to do because our purpose is, of course, to enable investors achieve financial independence. And that can be achieved if we are able to really control and create the model end to end. And that has really come in very handy, because then it means your income becomes passive. You don't need to be involved in the collection of rent, even after construction. But with all this comes a lot of challenges. And as you have mentioned, of course, the last 9 years have been great in terms of our growth. We've seen how fast we've grown, great in terms of the numbers of Tsavorites we have out there. And we hope that if you're not a Tsavorite yet, you will be one. But yeah, from 4,000 investors to about 2,500 residents who reside with us, to 6,300 units that we've done over the last 9 years, that has enabled us to do about 20 projects. It comes with a lot of challenges. It's not, a walk in the park. And so some of the challenges, some of the things that you've mentioned have been things that we've gone as we get better. But you being the head of IT and just in the IT space, what are some of the challenges that we've faced, and how have we mitigated them?
Sure. I think one scenario that helps paint a picture about where we've come from and where we are at and where we are going, I think for the very early investors who are there 8-9 years back, you remember the kind of receipts that you used to receive, handwritten.
It was very manual. I was there.
Yeah, there used to be handwritten, and sometimes to human is to error. So over time, we've transitioned to some medium scale systems that are, help automate a bit of those processes that are around receipting or around invoicing. And as we continue to grow, it's continuously knowing that the systems need to scale as the business grows.
Yes.
So processes continue becoming complex, or becoming scalable, or the kind of data that it's processing, also enlarges.
Yes.
So looking at that space, you need to ensure that automation comes at the forefront of it.
Yes.
Automation comes at the forefront of it. And these are needs that you'd never want a scenario where you're doing the same manual work, every day.
Yes.
So, automating of your business processes has always been a challenge that we can keep up on. Whatever is a need right now, and coming from our department, it is, this is working now. Tomorrow, the user comes, with something totally different.
Yes,
that whatever you thought was the need for yesterday. So this is something that we always have to keep up, and it's a positive challenge that we try and partake in. As we continue to grow as well, security, and more so physical security and cyber security, continuously becomes a challenge.
Yes.
Our name is growing. And that also, other than just attracting investors and residents, who want to be attached with this name, you'll also attract the bad people.
Yes.
Yes, you'll also attract the bad people. So what we've tried to always do is to keep up with technology to ensure, if it comes to the physical security space, you're not just having guards within that space.
Yes,
you do not want to just leave, access to an area just on people's eyes.
Yes.
Or people's thought of, I think this is a good person.
This person lives here.
I think what's I engage.
Yeah.
So it's about ensuring that the kind of biometrics spaces, systems that you put up, the access control systems that you put up, whether it's on the gates or particular doors or particular sensitive areas you're saying in the building, that these are places that you can be able to pinpoint and ensure you're enhancing security in that space.
Yes.
Look at it in terms of also the cybersecurity space. A whole lot of attacks or threats are within this space, and if you look at the numbers that are being shared, that is a landscape that is of key or sensitive scenario, especially right now when data privacy is of key. And we are mandated to ensure that investor data, customer data is well secured. So these are challenges that we continuously have to keep up with whatever threats are new and employ as similar, if not better, security systems around that space. Also looking at how social engagement is. By the time we were starting, engagement in the number of social media sites or how we engage with our customers or interested people has changed. So we always have to keep up. You always have to keep up. Otherwise, you might end up, leaving yourself behind.
Yes.
But ideally, these are challenges that are always going to be there. But it's upon us. It's upon us to ensure that our investors, the investments for investors is safe. The residents are safe wherever they are, and your data is safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, one of the very exciting things that we have as our Vision 2030 here at Tsavo is to get to 1 million investors. And these are people who are on their journey towards financial independence. That's a great I mean, it's a mind-blowing goal. And so what does tech look like when we are thinking, Vision 2030, a million investors on their journey towards financial independence? Right now, we're talking about 4,000. So that's more than 10 times what we currently have. So what does the future look like?
2030 is only 6 years away.
Imagine.
That's
Please be part of the 1 million.
For sure. It's only 6 years away, and as we said, we are actively engaging technology in all different aspects to just ensure we help, other than just sorting the needs for now, we're helping sort the needs for the future.
Yes.
You do not want a scenario where, as an investor, the direct engagement that you have with your fire partner or within, the finance team or the property management team feels lessened just because there are 1 million of you. You really want to ensure that the customer engagement, platforms or systems or channels are as seamless. It is direct. You get quick responses, and that is a place that we're constantly investing in to just ensure that space, is sorted. Looking at, as we say, in terms of business process. The same system that sorted when we were 1 year or 2 years old is not going to be the same system that is going to sustain us as we are at 1 million investors.
Yes.
This is in terms of, if you're looking at the receivables, the receipting, the invoicing, looking at, the supply chain process or in the procurement process, the number of vendors that we'll have at that time. Looking at the payables side, the vendors that need to be paid, the investors that need to get their rent on time.
Yes.
We're not taking this any lightly, and we're just ensuring that every day we are keeping up with technology to just ensure we are capable of even employing new technology as it comes.
Yes.
As of right now, we have AI.
Yes.
And we're just constantly ensuring that this is going to help us in getting better insights. It's going to help us in ensuring that we have data-driven decisions. Any decision that we make around land acquisition, any decision that we make around even pricing is not on a whim.
Yes.
It is all based on data. And I think at the end of it all we just want to do is to streamline our processes, as we had earlier said.
Yes.
And these are continuous journey. All we want to do is ensure productivity of even the people that are within.
Yes.
We also just want to ensure that we do not lose touch with our customers at any one point, that investor number one feels the same, gets the same kind of engagement as investor number 1 million.
Yes.
And those are areas that we also want to continuously ensure. And I think all I can tell you within the investment space or the resident management space is watch this space.
Yes. So probably what would be your takeaway to just the development industry and looking at even, the aim for the government to just increase housing in Kenya, which we can't ignore, the need for housing here. I think by last year we had a record of about 200,000 in deficit. And so what would be your takeaway to developers who are in this space and even to our investors who are watching us and really, really taking key note of our growth as Tsavo?
Yeah, for sure. Technology is about being adaptable. Technology is about being innovative. Technology is about welcoming new opportunities. What is shiny or new today may not be the shiny and new thing tomorrow. So you always have to keep up. You always have to know what's trending. You need to ensure that you have proper research and development, people who are always constantly thinking about the future.
Yes.
Really, if you're going to be left behind, you and your customers are going to be left behind. And in this particular space, we really do not want to be left behind. We're in the business of ensuring our investors achieve financial independence. And what better than to employ technology to just ensure that the buildings that they get are sustainable, that a building that is 10 years old will feel the same way that a building that is 1 year old will feel.
Yeah. And for, whether it's a developer or a business that is trying to employ technology but have not started yet, where would they start? What is the starting point? And what is that thing they need to do to ensure they're not left behind? Because nobody wants to be left behind.
Definitely. I think as a business, when you're starting, you need to, first of all, internally just ensure there's someone who's always thinking about the future. That means you need to have a technological team within the future that is able to think and to solve the problems of now as they sort the problems of the future.
Yes.
You need to ensure that you're in a space where you're constantly getting updated about what is new. You have very many vendors out there who are reaching out and offering you different needs. The system that you might have for sorting 1 million customers might not be the system that you employ at that particular time.
Yes.
So you just need to ensure that whatever system that you go to, need to sort your investors, whether it's from a financial standpoint, whether it's from a customer engagement standpoint, whether it's a construction, the construction phase. You just need to ensure that whatever you're looking out for help solve the three problems that we stated out at the start.
Yes.
Is it going to help in streamlining my processes? Is it going to help in the efficiency of the systems here, of the operations within? And is it going to help your customer reach out to you and get you feedback? So with those three key things, technology is not a place for you to cower or to feel scared about. Just ensure that you have the right people. If you're not a technological person, you have the right people who are advising you within that space. Yes.
And also, of course, at the heart of Tsavo is our purpose, which is to enable investors achieve financial independence. And some of you are our investors, and some of you might be watching, and this could be an interesting space for you that you'd like to start your financial independence journey. How can technology help an investor? Someone who's on their journey towards financial independence. What can technology do for me? Because I wouldn't want to assume that everyone watching is a developer or they're in the development space, but there's possibility that you'd like to be associated with financial independence. So how can technology help an investor towards their journey to financial independence?
Certainly, and I think it hits closer home. You'll find that people who are watching, the investors who will watch this webinar, these are people who want to learn more, but how else to learn more other than from whatever we are on a weekly engaging with them with. You want a scenario where, as an investor, you're able to track, your finances, whatever you're spending, as a monthly spend, whatever goes to your savings, whatever goes to your investment. There are numerous apps out there that help you within that space, and that help you keep track of your finances. I think we as we're saying, it's a journey, it's a marathon that we have, and you really want to ensure that you keep yourself disciplined in that space. Certainly, as we said, even for what we use to just ensure that you kept engaged is all these social media platforms that we are on. Other than just even our own content, there are so much more content out there that just helps you keep in track with your financial journey. Just to ensure that you do not end up spending what you do not have, or not end up going into your savings and such, and so on and so forth.
Okay. So before we wrap up, maybe you have something, your parting shot that you'd like to share?
Sure. As we said, technology is ever evolving. No need to be scared about it. Whatever, as you said, is new right now may not be new tomorrow. And all you just need to do is ensure that it's not going to just help, be the solution, but just to help you enable, be an enabler to your business, be an enabler in an engagement to your customers, be an enabler in your operations. And I think at the end of it all, let's just use technology to help navigate all these challenges that you're able to mention about, and just ensure that you sort the problems of now as you sort the problems of the future.
Yes, thank you so much, Alfred. It was a pleasure having you here.
Pleasure
of course, if you're just joining in at the very end, 3 key things that you need to think about as you're employing technology. Streamline your processes. It should enable you to streamline your processes. Of course, at the center of your business is your customer, and it should help you increase engagement. Yeah. So I hope this was worth it for you. I hope you're able to learn. I hope you're able to employ. But at the same time, I hope you have started, or you are on your journey towards financial independence. Of course, a great thank you to all our investors, all our residents who've enabled us to get here. We are live on all our social media handles. Engage with us at tsavo.ke. You'll be able to see all our content. You'll be able to learn about us. This year, we are really focusing on our story. And we really want you to understand why we are where we are and how we even got to this place. Of course, if you're here in Kenya, please take time, visit our sites. Our projects are now at 20 projects. So wherever you'll be able to see a Tsavo apartment somewhere. And let's all gain and start our journey towards financial independence. Thank you.